didn't seem to get quite such a good start, but yeah. Championship position.
So he's just out there to win, and he's going to give it a good shot because he pulls up alongside Mike Williams, and Jack Ashton will lead at the end of the first lap, despite dropping to third at one stage. Mike Williams might not give up on this just yet though. He hasn't looked to the inside of the Richards, can't make that work though. In third place is Dan Bowser, fourth is Mark Eales. Then there's a big gap back to the rest. In fifth position is Phil Goodwin, sixth is Richard Garrard, seventh is Les Tyler, so that's another place lost from Robbie Kenning. In ninth position is Tim Shooter, and then 10th is Matt Simpson. And everybody's made it to the end of the first lap, and all in good time as well. So congratulations to the Metro drivers. And that perhaps also suggests that the track conditions are getting a bit better too. I suspect everyone's on dry setup now here as well. So Ashton now pulling clear of Mike Williams, and then Dan Bowster. Yes, there's a question mark as well if he's scoring points, because he's sort of doing this as a one-off race. If we hear otherwise, we assume he is scoring points unless we're told otherwise. Then Mark Eales there in fourth, but those four, Lewis, are clearly the class of the field here, because they're a long way ahead of anybody else.
Oh yes, definitely, I got that right, yeah. So it really is between Williams and, so if you've got the two guest entries, that means basically it's Williams and Eales who are the main protagonists, which it has been for most of the year as well, hasn't it? To be fair, but
the battle behind us, most of the cars as well.
I was going to try and count them, but I gave up. I think it's about 10 or 12, isn't it?
Yeah, most of the field in that battle for fifth and a change. Richard Garrard there went past Phil Goodwin, and then everybody else. Well, Robbie Kenning there was trying to get past Les Tyler, I think. So 10 cars in that battle. So from fifth place all the way back to, I think, the Chris Savory there. Coming out of the Essex in the same order. Jack Ashton is driving away now from Mike Williams. This is very impressive. Remember qualifying this morning, he had a bump. Qualifying, he did a 2:23, and he's done a 2:28, so we're only 5 seconds off a dry time now, and he's 3 seconds ahead of Mike Williams. So the other three behind are all lapping in the 31s, all pretty similar, but Jack Ashton is 3 seconds a lap faster than them. So it's 98 Ashton from 28 Williams, 999 Bowster and 1 Eales. Then tight there across the line with 7. As Les Tyler was squeezed right against the grass as he tried to get back past Robbie Kenning, but Kenning has got 7th now. So Richard Garrard in 5th is starting to pull clear of Phil Goodwin. Then you had Kenning and Tyler swapping positions, then Matt Simpson was 9th and Tim Shooter 10th, 12th was John Moore, 12th was Dan Willard. Then also in that battle was Richard Jessup, as well as Chris Savory, so they were all still going at it. We're on to lap 3 of the race, and that battle for 5th place turns its way through Palmer. More back to battle for 6th now as Richard Garrard gets away. Meanwhile, on the other side of the track, the leaders still a bit spread out. They're not really changing positions at this stage. So they all go through, but it's really that battle for 6th position that's hard to take your eyes off because there's so many cars involved. Being headed then by Phil Goodwin. Now Robbie Kenning ahead of Les Tyler. They're both being caught by Matt Simpson though, who goes up the inside of Les Tyler and goes through into 8th. The driver who raced the Tomcat last year. I mean, back to Metro racing this season, and Matt Simpson there gains a position into he's back to me for third. They're already making their way up towards Coram Curve. They're so far ahead. But the battle behind is the more interesting one to watch, really. Jack Hampton, who hasn't raced for 12 months. Times of 5 thousandths of a second difference. Everybody else has gone a bit quicker though now, still slower than Ashton, but quicker than all they were going. Mike Williams has done a 2:29.4, it's 3.7 seconds behind the leader. Then Dan Balster and Mark Eales doing similar kind of times. It's pretty much side by side here. So this is Matt Simpson coming through, he's alongside Robbie Kenning here. They've both been repassed by Les Tyler, so Les Tyler's 7th once more. 8th is now Simpson and 9th is Kenning as they go into Ritchie's. And someone that's lost out on that lap is Tim Shooter. He's dropped to 13th, so he's lost a few positions on that lap. But that battle is really quite something, isn't it, Lewis? And that those 10 cars are still pretty much all together.
Yeah, so that shows just how competitive it is. Well, maybe behind the top 4, but the midfield, they're certainly very, very competitive. And it's Richie Garrett, isn't it, who's just got his nose in front of that 10-car battle, and the more they fight behind, the bigger his lead will become. It's only about 6 or 7 car lengths now.
Matt Simpson's got to the front of the next group, so he's come across the line in 8, just gaining 8. Now it looks like he's got 6, he's gained 2 more places there. He's got past Les Tyler, who's also got past Phil Goodwin. So Phil Goodwin's lost a couple of places. Les Tyler now fighting back on Matt Simpson on the inside line into the left-hander here at Hamilton. He goes back through, so Les Tyler now is up into 6th. So that group all still going at it. Absolutely brilliant stuff from the Metro Cup. The leaders have just got Bruce Rundgren now. That by Dan Balster. That much being second and third. And then the next group go down the Bentley Straight. Richard Garrard starting to be caught perhaps by Les Tyler and the rest of them as they go under the bridge. The leading 4 here are coming. Site they make. See there's a number of you there on the spectator stand, so I hope you enjoy this battle. We're halfway through the race. So Richard Garrard there in 5th, but Les Tyler going after him. He's maybe got a bit of damage to the front of his car, Les Tyler. Then Matt Simpson, then it's Phil Goodwin, Robbie Kenning, John Moore, Dan Willars, Richard Jessup, Tim Shooter and Chris Avery, all in that group as they head off down towards Ritchie's.
Could that have been the reason Matt Simpson ran a little wider, D'Agostini?
We'll let the officials sort that one out.
Yes, we will.
But, and someone slowing there. I think that is Simpson, slowing out of the hairpin and slowing to a stop, I think. They checked that out, but it's Matt Simpson, the battle for third championship. Not looking to help for him. But we're seeing who comes through here into Palmer. So you've got Garrard and Tyler. Then you've got the gap to Phil Goodwin. So where's Matt Simpson, who looks to have a problem? I think that car has come to a stop on the exit of the Wilson hairpin. And for 5th, Les Tyler goes up the inside of Richard Garrard to go through. So, and then he's slow on the exit, isn't he? So different lines, you find different bits of grip on the exit of the bend. And Richard Garrard goes back through into 5th place. And then the 7th, Phil Goodwin, Robbie Kenning there. Kenning from the inside. Goes through the upper plate. Phil Goodwin back to 9th again. Jack Ashton through for the 5th time. The 2nd, Mike Williams and Dan Balser are getting closer. Mark Eales, the championship leader, starting to drop away. I wonder if Mark Eales has thought he's not going to gain any more positions in this. He might as well back the point. Dan Balser, catching Mike Williams, the 2nd between them. We shall see. Last 7.5 minutes show. About 2.5 minutes. Richard Garrard got back into 5th, ahead of Les Tyler. Robbie Kenning is 7th now. 8th is John Moore, who's also got past Phil Goodwin. 10th is Dan Willard. 11th now is Tim Shooter, who's got past Richard Jessup. And Chris Avery 13th, and we say we've lost Matt Simpson from this race. It's the first retirement of the race, so big shame for him. And that battle just going through Wilson now, and that's where Matt Simpson came to a stop. But for 2nd place, they're pretty much together now. So Mike Williams has been caught even further by Dan Balser, who's right there behind Williams as they go down towards Doggies. So interesting to see these two drivers, Lewis, haven't done much racing over the last year or more so from Dan Balser. Really going well here at Snetterton.
Yeah, obviously Jack's quality, isn't he? He's done this. I've been watching the Ashtons for ages in these metros, and Dan has said he was back to it, but he's been quickly in the groove, and the car must be pretty well put together put the pressure on Mike Williams. Nelson has really put it through for Mark Eales' sake. I hope he's sort of backed off to get the car home in 4th and bag some points, because otherwise it could be an issue here. So 6 laps complete, 5 minutes of the race to go, probably more laps. That goes out. That lap is they put that quick as the leader that time. And they arrive en masse into Murray's behind. Richard Garrard still fit. Next side is not more damage now. His front bonnet might not make the distance. He's lifted by quite some way. And Robbie Kenning is up next. And then John Moore is in 8th. Dan Willard is 9th. He's also got past Phil Goodwin. His race has